Well, hello everyone. Welcome to this special webinar for today, Thursday, and we're going to be sharing great information about our new product that we just launched back in February last month, the Immunocal Booster Performance, Energy Performance. So thank you all for joining. I can see that a lot of people are still joining, so thank you so much for your support. And I guess we're ready to start. We have a special guest, two special guests today. And before we go ahead and start, I'm just gonna say that this webinar it's being recorded and will be available later on through your Immunotec podcast, and you can access the podcast directly by going to immunotech.podbean.com. You can also find the link in your replicated website or in the back office as well. And without further ado, I just want to introduce my good friend, Nathalie Ouimet. She's the Director of Product Marketing for Immunotec and the brain behind the marketing strategy for Immunocal Booster. So thank you, Nathalie, for joining us today, and take it away.
Thank you, Alberto. Good to be here, and good day, everyone. We're here to welcome you and thank you for taking the time to spend with us for this 30-minute session. We want to become more familiar with our great new product, as Alberto mentioned, the Immunocal Booster, which is powered by our exclusive NRF2 catalyst. This is a product that will boost your energy and improve your performance. It's really meant to be a healthy alternative to all of those sugar-laden drinks and supplements that you see on the market today that are so popular. So it's my privilege to be hosting this very special webinar with the highly respected Dr. Gutman, Immunotec's Chief Science Officer, and one of the world's leading experts on glutathione. He's a former professor at McGill University Medical School, where his specialty was emergency medicine. And now he's often heard on radio and television and lectures regularly to medical professionals and the general public all over the world. Welcome, Dr. Gutman, and thank you for joining us.
Well, hello, and thank you for inviting me to the call. I really love these product training calls, and I'm so glad that you've all tuned in. Today, we're going to look at the science behind our recently launched Energy and Performance Booster. This is the latest addition to the booster line, and we're already getting tremendous feedback. Let's take a look. Now, I know you all have been having great success with our original Reds and Greens optimizer product. It really represented a breakthrough in science, and this version shares something in common: epigenetics. Now, the word breakthrough is so often used and abused in nutritional products, but let me explain to you why this term is accurate here. Epigenetics is a breakthrough because we're all taking place in this revolution in science. Doctors and scientists are all throwing away their old books on genetics because this field of epigenetics is completely changing our understanding of this topic. This new field, epigenetics, has now taught us that we can actually change the codes embedded in our own DNA. This means we have control over what lies within our DNA. Soon we're going to be able to predict disease and have a chance to avoid it through epigenetics, and we'll soon be able to tailor medications and even diets for you to have the best outcomes. And I tell you that in less than 10 years from now, we're all going to have access to our own genetic codes and the potential epigenetic switches that will affect our lives. Let's look at how this field has actually grown. I first noticed material coming out in the journals around the year 2000. It was interesting, but still pretty undeveloped. Now just look at how the science has grown from a couple dozen articles in 2000 to over 20,000 articles in 2020. This is a 1,000% increase, and Immunotec is now part of this revolution. Let me explain how this works. You see, on top of our DNA strands, there are these little switches that we never knew about. And here you see that this switch is in a neutral position, and the result of the DNA is your average guy taking a comfortable walk. What happens when you trigger a bad epigenetic switch? See what happens. Maybe arthritis, maybe an autoimmune disease. What kind of things can trigger a bad switch? Well, poor diet, toxins, even stress, and more. Okay, what happens when you trigger a good switch? Maybe you'll end up with increased muscularity, maybe better endurance. How do you turn on these good switches? Aha, that's the key message here. So what do you want to do? Well, the answer is pretty easy. Let me show you how. So we are learning more and more every year what are the good switches and what are the bad switches. And furthermore, which genes can be influenced. So which gene do you think has received some of the most attention to date? You probably got it right. Yeah, the NRF2 gene. Now you recognize his name, but even a year ago, you didn't even hear about this. Until, of course, we brought out the original optimizer. And what is the best NRF2 activator? In other words, what's the best thing to turn this gene on? Well, you've been paying attention this past year. You probably got this answer too. Sulforaphane, the little molecule that lives inside of fresh broccoli. So your grandmother was right. Eat your broccoli, it's good for you. Well, she didn't know why it was good for you, but now we do. And what evidence do I have to say that this is the best trigger? Well, you've always heard me repeat, research, research, research. Now look at the research evidence. When you compare sulforaphane to any other substance, it has by far the strongest effect on turning on the NRF2 gene. What does this gene do? Called a survival gene, it will improve all of your antioxidant function. Now this is whether it's in a pill form or even more importantly, whether it's even in the fresh foods, fruits and vegetables that you should be eating every day. And another interesting feature here is that research suggests that when you turn this gene on, it can stay open. It can improve your antioxidant function for about 3 days. But let's not forget what for me was the most important thing about this NRF2 gene. NRF2 also improves your glutathione function. We are the only company that can supply the best glutathione precursors and now the best NRF2 activator. So imagine this, take all that incredible science and add energy into the equation. Start with caffeine from natural green coffee. This kicks in rapidly, often within less than 30 minutes. Then add a slightly different form of caffeine from green tea. This will take over when the green coffee wears off. Finally, guarana, to keep this energy going even longer. So ultimately, what you have is an energy source that is both fast-acting and long-lasting. Beautiful. So you'll see this infographic on the Energy and Performance Booster material. Of course, there's going to be some variation depending on your genetics and depending on your habits. And I do have to make some qualifying remarks. Number one, some people might find that if they take the energy and performance booster too late in the day, it may possibly interfere with falling asleep at night. And number two, just like for any energy supplement, every energy supplement, a word of caution for people with high blood pressure, hypertension, cardiac or heart conditions, or those with a lot of anxiety who react poorly with caffeine. Remember, this product really works. So I hope you all have some deeper insight into the energy and performance booster. There's many ways you can use it in the morning to get you off to a great start, during periods of the day where you're starting to feel sluggish. I just spoke to somebody who mixes up the energy booster with platinum about an hour before working out, and then follows up an hour after the workout with another Immunocal mixed with the reds and greens booster. A lot of creative ideas. I'm sure we're going to find out even more spectacular feedback from the field as the weeks go by. And to health, great speaking to you all.
Wow. Thank you very much, Dr. Gutman. That was so informative. So I think what we can boil this down to is three key things to remember. The first one is that the booster boosts your energy and will improve your focus. And number two, it'll optimize all your antioxidants. And lastly, it's the perfect complement to Immunocal. So as Dr. Gutman explained, our formula provides rapid and sustained energy. We have those three sources of natural caffeine, the green tea, the green coffee, and the guarana. They'll kick in as soon as 15 minutes, and it'll last up to 6 hours, the effects. What you can really refer to this product is your go-to for energy. You'll get immediate energy, sustained energy, and increased focus. It'll help to improve your overall performance. But this product is not just an energy booster, it's also an NRF2 activator. That's what makes it so unique. It's based on the revolutionary epigenetic science that Dr. Gutman just talked to us about. And our formula is based on research. So forafane is the way to go. It's proven to work in humans. And what your mother told you about eating your broccoli was true, as Dr. talked about. So as you see here, it's a DNA structure where the epigenetic switch is turned on. We're trying to switch on your NRF2 gene, which it can actually change your software, what your DNA is programmed to do. So what does switching on the NRF2 gene do? Well, it helps to make all your antioxidants work better, especially glutathione, which is especially important for us here at Immunotec. So the product is called Immunocal Booster, and really that is the best descriptor of what it does. It actually boosts Immunocal. It turns up the volume of the production of the Immunocal. You see here we have a little machine. It's important to continue to take the same amount of Immunocal, but you can turn up the machine, but if you don't have the building blocks provided by Immunocal, you're not going to build anything. So they're really meant to work together. And using the two together will improve your overall Immunocal experience because Immunocal becomes easier to mix. It tastes better, and you can just add water. You don't even need to, look for orange juice. Some other key features of the energy booster is that it's low in calories and it tastes great. It's got this great orange flavor. Not only is it low in calories, it's low in carbs, it's naturally sweetened with stevia. There's natural flavors and coloring, nothing artificial, and it's gluten-free. It's easy to take. The directions are similar to when you take Immunocal. You'll pour like an ounce of water or juice in the shaker cup. You'll add a pouch of Immunocal or Platinum and a pouch of the Energy Booster. You'll shake it up for about 15 seconds, put the cover on, and add an additional 7 ounces of liquid, shake again, and just enjoy the shake. For wonderful experience. And as you know, we do have the Immunocal Booster Superfood, and the question becomes, well, can I take both? And the answer is yes, you can take both. One is for energy and focus, and the other one is for nutrition. The superfood helps you to get what you can't always get through your diet. So you can definitely take both. And I think Dr. Gutman mentioned an excellent example of an athlete who takes the energy booster with Immunocal before going to the gym, and after his workout would take another Immunocal for recovery, plus the superfood booster for nutrition. Something else I wanted to make sure you're all directed to is that we have some incredible marketing tools. Just go to our website and you'll find there the product information sheet, which is very complete. All the information is on this sheet that you might also want to share as you're gifting a sample of the energy booster with some of your friends. It's a good idea to share the product information sheet with them. And on the website, you'll also find other important product info like the video and the frequently asked questions. Anyways, we invite you to use these tools. They'll be helpful to you as you promote this product. And so after having said all this, this is a great opportunity for you to take advantage of our very special offers. The first one here is more intended for customers. It's buy 2 boxes and get 20% off. This special promotion is on now until the end of March. And then directed perhaps more to consultants, there's 3 different packs. The first one is a 600 PV pack for $135. There's, you get a bonus, 150 bonus points. There's 3 energy boosters. And then there's a 1,000 PV pack for $225. Here, there's 1 Immunocal, 1 Platinum, and 2 energy boosters, plus a bonus 270 points. And lastly, there's a starter pack that's been created. It's a 2,000 PV starter pack for $520. And this is a special introductory price for the month of March. It'll be more expensive starting in April. And this pack includes 3 Immunocal, 2 Platinum, 4 energy boosters, and 3 shaker cups. So thank you again for joining us today for this very special webinar. Thank you to Alberto, and a very special thanks to Dr. Gutman. And we're wishing you much success with the energy booster as we grow our Immunotec business together. Thank you all. Have a great day.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Dr. Goodman. It was great, a great presentation, and I hope and I know all consultants will be taking advantage of this new product and all these great offers in the month of March. So with that, we wrap this up, and thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you and hear you next time. Take care. Thank you, Natalie. Bye-bye.